Hello there, fellow woodworkers and artists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, episode 50, Expanded Craftsmen. Wolapor's still healing. Wait, you just... I guess you're stealing a beer. And a tea. Man, you're just all about them drugs, huh? Alright, Fowen. You aren't... Oh, you are allowed down here. Yeah, so you can restock drugs from the drug stockpile. That's going to Ambrosia, and then you're going to start moving meals. We fell behind a little bit on meals, but it's okay. So Scala, can you haul the gourmet desserts? And it looks like we just simply don't have the meat for the rest of the meals because I've just been doing... I've been hyper-focused on setting up the shelves. We haven't actually been hunting. Maxis, I think it's time to close the gate. I think we're gonna have some meat soon. Wow, you tanked it. Good. Oh, you got stabbed in the skull, neck, head, lung. And you're just like, yep, it's not enough. I'm still here. Okay, cool. Yeah, one of the advantages of the arena to be an actual functional room is the weapons that are stored in there are not available for passerby slaves to think that they have access to them. They actually have to physically go in the room, which will stop the amount of... Where are you going with that? Oh, because these aren't critical. Maybe these aren't even done right. So this is supposed to be the simple meals. This is supposed to be... I think these got reset. Gourmet desserts up to 6. Gourmet grills up to 6. I think we're nearly there. We're almost done with all of the little things, little changes needing doing. If it's any consolation. So the furniture shop. It doesn't need to be huge. But I can definitely have it be larger than bare minimum. And we'll put walls along here. I'll have an open back and partially open front. Stick a column in. Stick 2 fence posts. And all fences back here. And then use ghost walls to enclose it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then ghost doors. 1, 2. So that's the footprint of one of the 2 buildings. And the other building, for the first time, is intentionally going to share the same wall. So this is the art workshop. And the art workshop... Actually, I'll make this the art workshop. This is the furniture. So the art workshop's going to be closer to the marble. Because when we make art, it's mostly going to be made out of marble. So it makes sense to have those adjacent to one another. Floors. Granite tile all around. Ooh, it's an eclipse. Must we sacrifice another slave? Okay. So we're working on those 2 workshops. While we do that, I think I want to have Scipia go to market with Rorosh and look for other slaves. We did just execute one, and we definitely have need of more. So, yeah, seeking out some additional help would be nice, I think. We'll head out to Calicia, because there's also potentially a chance to ask about influencing another senator. So I'll bring 3 horses, Rorosh, Scipia, some kibble, and pemmican. Forget the jerky. Simple meals are fine too. A few extra meds. Only 1 bedroll. Slave doesn't need one. And then things we want to sell or get rid of. Any like worn out clothing. So worn out capes and pants and the like. We can also give them away too. I don't necessarily, we have 11,000 silver and plenty of, you know, we have lots of material. I'm gonna get rid of some of the weapons though, so they don't just like fill up the stockpile. We're keeping 2 gladiuses, 2 spathas, and then the 2 clubs. They're pretty beat up, but that's fine. And I'll also bring 150 ambrosia, just because it's going to decay anyway. You know, it's possible that I'm going to want to buy something that's heavy. So I'll bring a bunch of horses. Because if I end up buying, like, coal or something, coal weighs a lot. Alright, this seems to be working a lot better. I'm not really sure why Mile is eating that, though. We should have normal grills. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. We're working on gourmet grills first, and then the normal ones. Oh my god, inspired taming again. What does it take to tame a grizzly bear? 8? You know, Elba, let's have you tame a grizzly bear, only because when butchering a owned animal, you get more meat and leather. So it's a way to just make more food off of the grizzly bear. I don't want a pet grizzly. Werewolves wouldn't like it. Alright, you head into where the guests are, and then I'll call you in a minute. Maxis is probably like, wait, why is there a grizzly bear here? Oh, you know. Elba just doing Elba things. Oh, Maxis just got a go frenzy. Do you walk at normal speed? Nope. Oh boy. Even in dire Lycan form with a go frenzy, he's still like well below normal. All the other slaves just keep taking the meals from Foen. I mean, personal possessions aren't a thing that slaves are really allowed, so like, they're not really his meals, they're just in the shelf made convenient for him. But that is getting annoying. Scipia and Rorach are on their way out. And Kiera, oh, why are you... What is your deal, girl? Why do you keep dehydrating yourself to death? Are you on like a thirst strike? Like, what is going on? I don't understand. So your set to gourmet is... I mean... Like... what is happening here? Bebo's like running in with water for you, but... Can you remember to drink throughout the day? Like, this is... are you bugged? What is going on? These fountains here... Oh, they're linked to a bed. Why are they linked to a bed? Well, you could have just used your own fountain here, this marble basin. So that's not an excuse, necessarily, because you have your own private bathroom. But these should not have been linked to a bed, so that's weird. Hey, Weaslin. How's it going today, dude? And thank you for the raid. Oh, are you playing the new DLC? For, oh, no, that I was thinking of the wrong game. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Oh, that's kind of like, I did a miniseries, sort of like that. Alright, while Bebo's here, might as well haul the old, radiators out. Real Vampire reacts with cosplay? Oh, fun. Taking a look at the schedules here, putting everyone back on the proper zoning. Sippy will get to market soon, and maybe there'll be folks to buy. Hey, Del. Time to muck out the sewers. So only have one prisoner left. They're to be converted and enslaved, primarily to be employed as a hauler, as they are a fast-walking impid. The crafters districts are coming along. I'm gonna wait for them to be finished and before furnishings. This eclipse has been 20 hours long. That's not an eclipse, that's just like a missing day. That's an entire day that just went poof. What is my schedule on the biphasic? I don't have an opinion on it. This is a role-playing series, so it wouldn't make any sense in the context of this series. I think schedules like that highly depend on colonist needs. And if your colonists don't need to do it, don't bother. Maybe is my opinion. There's certainly a lot of like min-maxing that you can do in RimWorld, which I guess I find excessive in many cases. Right? Like truly min-maxed RimWorld is ugly and terrible. It's like punching every piece of furniture down to 1% and shoving everything into as small rooms as possible and burning everything that you don't want. Right? It's ugly and stupid and a terrible way to play the game because it's not fun that way. So I feel like a lot of the things that people do to min-max RimWorld that are taking steps towards true, ridiculous, like neurotic levels of min-maxing, I'm just like, hold up, no, I'm not interested, because that isn't the game I enjoy. Furniture down to 1%, why? Because when things are damaged, they're worth less. So if you have like a grand piece of art, I can even demonstrate. So this piece of art is worth 1,050, and if I punch it a bit, it's now worth half that. It still provides the same beauty, but it's worth half of what it was it's serving the same purpose. And this is true of like everything. You know, it's true of your stoves. It's true of your everything. Anything that you can construct, you can hypothetically punch down to 1% to remove almost all of its colony wealth value, so that you're artificially devaluing your own colony so that your raids are easier. But it's ugly as hell and stupid, and I don't do stuff like that. I don't exploit RimWorld in that way, because I don't feel like it makes RimWorld better. Yeah, these are the same people that play RimWorld at, like, max difficulty. Yes, and to be fair, at that level of max difficulty, you more or less have to start using game exploits to capably survive, or at least be exploiting something, like the adaptation mechanic or something, you know, something. Right. So, I don't know. RimWorld's a sandbox game. You can play it however you want. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do these things. I'm saying I personally feel like they're excessive and boring, and I wouldn't consider it as a result. Oh! Tiberius, father of Stare. Welcome. Are they? And we also have vagabonds seeking aid. They want herbal meds. You know what? We could do that. Oh, they're guests. Seraphina's father is a guest here now. Wow, he has pretty wild hair. You're a real trend center. We're finally in Cilicia. The intention was to sell Rorash. Let's take a look at the slaves that they have. So we have Calvis, a gourmand pyromaniac. Say no more, no thank you. Gagu, an undergrounder who likes mining. A baseliner with no health conditions. That's a possible. Nyaka, a volatile germaphobe with a stab scar. And Kaliun, unhygienic, pretty, and kind, impid, with no other health conditions. Alright, I'm gonna buy 2 of them. Oh, I didn't bring silver, did I? Well, that shouldn't be an issue once I sell stuff, right? Yeah, not an issue. I have... Oh, I have drugs for you, Western Republic Cilicians. Hark, for my drugs run deep. I don't know. Okay, so I bought 2 potential slaves. I mean, we could always grant them citizenship if, like, that's allowed or whatever. We'll see. Everything else is becoming a gift here because they don't have the money, and I don't need the money, so gifting is fine. 99. I got 99 rep. All right, Gagu and Kaliun. You're going to be offered all food. Oh, and I forgot to put everything else on perishable. And then Scipia, you are also going to be on all food as you return. Once they get home, they're going to be enslaved. Or rather, they're honestly going to be imprisoned because they believe in the wrong things. But then thereafter, whether or not you want them to be citizens or not, it will be up to you. I'll have you decide once they're actually home, because you don't count your eggs or hens until they hatch. I don't know, whatever. Selling to Londinium. They want to buy uranium, crossbow of difficulty, legendary weapons, or art. Should we bring uranium to Londinium? What do you guys think? Should we do the quest? Pretty straightforward. We have the uranium, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have 1,800 uranium, so they're only asking for a tiny fraction of what we even have. So yeah. And it would be another book, weapons and armor, and gold or art. And armor. Alright, beggars are leaving. They have accepted the medicine that I did not need and are bolting. Totally fair. You know, we're trying to build a better, verdant society here, so offering beggars stuff is appropriate. Okay, the art workshop. I'm going to have the art overlook the mountains. We can imagine that this is picturesque mountains back that way. And we're going to want two tool cabinets. Let's do iron radiators. And then get some wall torches. And I think what I'll do is I'll put a chair here and then a shelf with critical marble. Actually, maybe I'll do marble and jade. So critically important marble and critically important jade. Two of the materials that we're most likely to use for art. Then I'm going to want a stockpile. Let's put it here. And this will be critically important for uninstalled art. So art that gets manufactured that then subsequently gets uninstalled ends up in here. So it'll be really easy to find, like, hey, where do we want to install this art? Because, like, the art will have its own designated spot. And we're going to do something pretty similar for the furniture, too. You guys think I should bring Londinium some uranium? All right. What reward? So, reward number 1 is legendary book and silver. Reward number 2 is weapons and armor. I'm not even going to count the gold. It doesn't really matter. Reward number 3 is art and armor. Be up to you. These weapons, the Spatha and the Gladius, are pretty strong. The book, however, is legendary and would very much benefit the colony. And the art's pretty nice as well. Give you 2.5 minutes to vote on that. And that's something that Scipia can do once she's home, or once the horses are back. It doesn't actually have to be Scipia that does the bring-in. We are low on refined steel. We have lots of iron, but we do not have a lot of coal. I might want a quarry as well, adding it to the project list. Maybe I'll do a mini quarry. Back here. And this quarry is going to be for... it's going to be for non-stones. The large quarry is huge, yes. It is massive. You know what? Maybe we want a massive quarry. In hindsight. Yeah, let's do it. A quarry for everything else. I'm going to add that to the priority. Okay, legendary book in silver seems to be the popular option. I'll leave it up a little bit longer, but what I'm noticing is all I'm saying. So I'm just doing some backfill back here, just so that everything kind of looks right. Oh, I was going to say, is it Queerzilla again? It isn't. That's good. At least the senator is tending to her own. No? Why aren't you drinking? Why aren't you even going to the bathroom? What is going on with you? Are you... Oh, you know what? I have a theory. No? No, my theory's wrong. My theory was she couldn't get in... Guest restricted. Wait, guests? Oh, this is interesting. So, I'm in the way, so let me hide myself for a second. Where am I? Here it is. So, the sink was originally set up for slaves. And then linked to the bed, but somehow retained the restricted for slaves. Which seems like a bug to me. Preventing her from using her own bathroom. Very odd. So we solved it at least. The mystery of why she kept dehydrating herself to death. It's because she simply was not allowed to consume water or use the bathroom. So she's gonna be a lot happier now, I think. I hope. Fine stew is ready for pickup. Cool. We are actually okay on meat. For once. Okay. Gagu is married to Ray. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know? Got it. Very odd. Very, very odd. Kalen is not married to anyone. Do we convert and free Gagu? It's entirely possible that no, we split them up. That's legit. If you all want that. But you vote. Yeah, I didn't check relationships because it didn't dawn on me that there would be pre-existing relationships. So it was nonetheless a surprise when I was like, what is he doing with a ring on his name? Oh, he's married to one of our colonists already? Got it. Weird. Interesting. Noted. Actually, flags won't really matter. It turns into a different... Never mind. Yeah. So, Gagu, you are still gonna need to get converted the rough way. But it looks like citizenship is going to be destined for you. Kalun, you're a different case. You might end up being a slave. Hold up. Okay. One more minute to vote on that. And then outside of this, we'll want quarry platforms, and we'll make the iron quarry platforms. Okay. So that's the rough floor print of the quarry once it's done. Big project, but I think worth it in the long run. Okay, so Gagu, you are going to be converted and freed. You're still drafted down here, aren't you? So prisoner convert, prisoner convert. What about Kalun? Prisoner is, for trade, is a little weird because we just bought her. But enslave, citizenship, or execute, all are totally legit. And here she is again. Unhygienic, pretty kind, high social, high int, high shooting, high melee. And of course is imped, so runs real good. 2.5 minutes to vote on that. All right, looks like the art is getting set up. Now, we are going to have a little bit of a weird situation where maybe I'll actually be able to buy steel or coal from Londinium, but we don't have the steel to set up the quarry, which will help us make steel. So it's kind of a chicken and the egg type of situation. So I'm going to head out to Londinium with Ray. Using Ray, because Ray's beloved is just been imprisoned. So maybe Ray wants a little bit of time away, you know, for that. As a result, I would understand. And you are going to bring a bunch of horses because uranium weighs a lot. They wanted, what, 290? And then you will also bring pemmican, a bed, and silver. 3,000 silver should do. With maybe some of the other clothing that looks rough. Some of these drugs is simply for you to consume upon your journey. Alright, in terms of assignments, Scipio is back to perishable, and then Ray, you are on all meals. Alright. 390. Oh. Okay. Well, once it's fully loaded up, I'll just, like, load up some extra uranium. Or, you know what I could do is create a second caravan and merge it in. I don't know. I'll do something, I'm sure. Uh-oh. Meteorites tend to... Yep, and they did. I was going to say they tend to land on my walls. And this one is no exception. Walls got busted up yet again. A Dolores. They seem directed to this point? I know. It feels a little personal. Alright, so we're going to enslave Kalian. So 2 of these are going to be slaves. Vazarn and Kalian. And then Gagu is not. Gagu goes free. Once Gagu converts. So we could also try to do a conversion ritual. Pretty reasonable to do for Gagu. Once the caravan departs. So I'm not managing too many things at once. Alright, I'm not sure how much uranium the caravan has, but once they're caravanned out, if I need to load in more, I can send Tom with some extra uranium to make up the difference. Oh! It's just raccoons. Oh, you're already grabbing Tom? Okay. Raccoons are gone. What? I wish there was like a meter of like what has been left to load in to the caravan. Hey, one of the guests is a high roller. Thaddeus is rolling into the expensive beds. The furniture workshop is pretty barren at the moment. Probably at least a shelf of wood. So I'll do... I'm trying to think of what I want to put in there. Because what I could do is I could have it be like... It look like a research bench. To be like a workbench. Just for the looks. I wonder if there's a prop shelf. I can check. And cupboards. Everything in the kitchen looks wrong. No, not really. There's nothing that looks right. I mean, maybe, but I don't want to spend forever digging around for it. No, that all looks wrong. Okay. I'll probably just, do a stone cutting table just for it to appear correct. And then do shelves of wood and marble. It's pretty simple. I also might want some cloth fabrics in there. So maybe I'll do a shelf of cloth and a shelf of... I don't want to do a shelf of Devil Strand. Because Devil Strand is only really applicable to the West Republic. The other villas aren't going to necessarily have Devil Strand stuff. It's just the West Republic is red. A shelf of granite? No. I'll leave this one empty for now until I can think of something that should go there. Ray, what is going on, bud? get going. So I could have brought Labyrinth. So if I don't have 390 uranium packed away, I'll send Labyrinth out and have Labyrinth grow as well. So I wasn't really counting. Ooh, Thrombotes. All 3 in good health. That makes them a little harder to hunt, but that's okay. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com also has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscriber, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Centurions.